Hi guys, I think I've had to make this video about 5 times and each time something went wrong and I kind of gave up on it, and I apologise because it's quite important, so I'll do it now. I'm also going to do a few C++, which I've been learning slowly, and a few PHP tutorials as well for when we get into it. But for the first thing, someone asked me, and I feel so bad because I said I'd do it really quickly, how to do Listbox controls. I haven't done anything on Listbox yet, and I showed you it in my timer, which I'll show you at the end, and the code for that as well. But let's go through some very simple Listbox control. Some of the events in the Listbox event command thing. So I've got a form, Listbox, text box, and a button. All you're going to need to do is pop those in. Listbox looks like this here. And then on the button command, you're going to type in listbox1.items.add. So in the listbox.1 command, we're in the items, and we're going to add stuff. And what we're going to add to the listbox is textbox1.text. So there we go. There you go. So I'm now added to the listbox. There are a few other things you can do with the listbox control in the listbox add thing. Let's try this one's quite cool. Listbox. Listbox one.items.count +1. Oh, sorry. Text. See if that decides to work. Oh. Right, so what this is doing is we've got listbox1.items.count, so the items, it counts the items. We're plussing the 1. Now this is quite complicated, well, not complicated, but it could take a while to get your head around. In VB everything's 0 centered, so when it starts counting, it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the real world we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and miss the 0 out. So what we're doing is we're plussing 1 so that when an object is added, it starts off as 1 Tim, and it'll go 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, we've also got this gap here, which is added by this gap of spaces. All that is spaces between two quotation marks. Also, this AND is quite important. What this is doing is telling it that when it gets to the end of the command, so it's counted all the boxes and +1 to it, then you're going to say, actually, hang on, and I want you to add this, and I want you to add that. So this AND, which is shift 7, you add that when you want more things to happen in a line of command. So that's a very simple program there. Let me log on my timer here. We can discard this project, and I'll show you what I've also added a clear button as well. So here we go. This is my timer when it decides to load up. God, so slow. Here we go. So we've got our timer here, and go, and as you can see it's counting through, and then we can go split, like that, or split again. Now, importantly, notice how they're all the same length. The way I've done that, you see where it says 0, 0, I've set these two labels, hang on, stop, let's go through the code first. So let's look at the split code. What we've got is we've got if label milsec.text does not equal 10. So because the milsec only goes up to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then it reverts back to 1. What we're saying is if it doesn't equal 10, this is what this means here, then what we're going to do is label milsec.text equals 0 and millisec. So it's going to add a 0 onto the front of the label milsec.text every time that button's clicked, if it doesn't equal 10. And what that does is ensure that there's always a 0, and so all the times are the same length, so they're easy to read. If I show you what it does without this in, let me go play, you'll see a lot clearer. Go. Split. See? So they're not quite the same length, but if I can try and get one on 10, I've done. There we go, there's one on 10. Do you see how it's slightly longer and it's pushed them all out? Which isn't good. So let's stop that and clear and get rid of that. So we want to undo that. Right, so there we go. So let's have a look at the box. I've got listbox1.items.add, so we've done that. Listbox count +1 and then a few gaps. And label our.text and colon and label min.text and importantly I've set here under the button 3.click, which I think is that the min, hour and sec all equal 0, 0. Okay, and then you'll make sure they're all the same length. I think that's what you need to worry about. The only other bit that is quite important is the clear button. That's quite nice code. Listbox.items.clear, and that clears the whole box. And that's about it. Anything else? I think that's probably it. You'll be all right. Just let me show you that code again. Like I say, I'm learning slowly C++. It's a lot more difficult than VB, and although I've done some classical programming before, it's different in a different way. If that makes any sense. But I'll see what I can do. I'm going to do some PHP as well because I want to. So I will get back to you and I'll try and do them. And I'll go to university, so I'll have plenty of time to get them done when I'm there. So yeah, right. I will see you later.